one. I want my father to start lifting and going for walks to maintain his health. He's not very strong and a bit frail, but he's quite motivated to get active since we just lost our family dog and he can't walk him anymore. What exercises would you recommend to start off? He's 67. Yeah, it's that's a tricky one. It depends on each individual. Like I've got a mum and a dad, and thank God for that. They're in good health and everything's going well. My dad, he would come over here and he'll just start doing some machines that I've got here, and it's one of the reasons why I was so motivated to get some of these pieces for home, because I knew it wasn't just going to benefit me, it's going to benefit a lot of my family. And so especially these machines, like, you know, this stuff here, the cables, so easy, like so safe. So he does all of that. My mum, on the other hand, she's not very happy to do any of this stuff. So for her, it's been a battle over the years to try and get her motivated and to sell her on exercise. She does walks. I mean, that's the only thing she does, walks. She's pretty good with that, especially, you know, obviously during warmer months. Right now, she's not going to be walking, running around. But it depends, dude. It depends. If he doesn't want to get out and you don't have any, you know, resources, any machines, I've told my mum in the past to like do squats, like box squats off the chair, the dining chair, you know, like literally sit down in the chair like this. And I would just challenge her. I'm like, Mum, can you do this? She's like, of course I can do that. I do that every day. I'm like, okay, can you give me 50 of these? 50 of these. Just sit on a chair that you eat your dinner on, and just do 50 of these. This is kind of like the most, you know, scaled back idea of squatting that I can think of. And you know me, man, like I'm a big advocate of the leg muscles. I think the leg muscles are much more important than the upper body when it comes to longevity and health. And the studies to show that as well, that if you develop, you know, the muscle mass on your lower part of the body, it's a really good indicator that you're going to have a strong, healthy life and a long life. So yeah, I'm always pushing people to do some sort of like squat variation. And this is the most basic one like you can think of. And then, you know, if she was really crazy about it, I could give her a bit of a weight, like a 6 kilo, you know, this 6 kilo kettlebell, you know, put that on your leg like this, and then stand up with it, and then down. Literally, like you do that every single freaking day to get on the toilet and off the toilet. And so these types of things I'm a big proponent of. Because I believe in it. Obviously, you can do cardio, you can do walks and all of that, but like I've always said it, you know, walks are so ineffective, man. Like you're there walking for an hour and you get very little out of it, in my opinion. Like I'd rather you have lean muscle tissue, which is going to raise your metabolic rate, therefore keep your body weight down, and just keep you in much healthier stead than just, you know, huffing and puffing for an hour. I don't need an hour. I need 15 minutes from you. I need you to do 3 sets of 50 of those. And that's going to be much more beneficial in my opinion, just because of the aspect of resistance training and developing those glutes and hips and legs. And so you could start in with something like that. Obviously, I don't know your father. I don't know if he would even welcome that idea. But a lot of people think that you need weights to start. You don't. You know, even if you're an 18-year-old guy and you got no money for the gym, you don't need the gym, dude. Just think about the boys that are in prison. You know, they do thousands of push-ups. They do thousands of squats. You can do a lot. It just starts up here, man. If your mind is not up to it, you're not going to be able to do any of that. So it just depends. You know, I would offer him various different things. And this is the thing with beginners. You need to make it enticing for them. You need to kind of trigger something in them that they're going to want to do that, right? Obviously, having a dog and walking with the dog, that's a lot of people will jump at that idea because it's you're hanging out with the dog. A lot of people find it really difficult to spend energy on themselves, especially people that are like in their 50s and 60s. They're family people, probably, you know, I mean, he's got you, right? So he's a father. So they'd rather spend time with their family and spend their resources and energy on their family rather than themselves. It's almost like they see it as a selfish thing to go to the gym and work yourself out, even though we know that that's wrong, right? Because a healthy parent is going to be around longer than an unhealthy parent. And so the most selfless thing to do is to get fit and strong and be around for a long time. That's the best thing you can do for me if you're in my life, right? So yeah, it depends. It really, really depends. A lot of people hate the idea of working out. Whether you have a dog, that's great, or whether you start playing tennis or golf or whatever the case might be, just to put your mind off of the fitness element to it, and you just kind of get fitness as a side quest from the thing that you're doing. If you're playing golf and you're playing, I don't know what the terminology is, 18 holes, I don't really know if that's a lot or a little. You got to walk around a whole day, basically. And so that's a lot of walking around that you will do while you're playing the game and you're focusing on the game, but really you're getting, the true benefit is you're getting this exercise. Yeah, that's where I would start. But it's going to be a tough sell. A 67-year-old man is probably hard to convince.